some old man fishing. Grandma. Up in here, y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, y'all gon' make me.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Green Bay Packers. The snow continuing to pile up at game time. And off we go from Lambeau. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Come on. Hey, Cowboy, 70 Timberwolves.
Clifford. Pass caught. That's Golden. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. The Packers at 11-4 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw is Clifford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Clifford to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down.
You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in.
Look at right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go! Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Here's Milton now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
Touchdown, Packers! Tank Bigsby hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Milton. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Michigan State. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Bronco 80.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You look at this Packers defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Come on. Step, go. Drag him 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
From the gun, Bigsby. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 87 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Panther 60. Panther 60.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, Clifford.
And that is incomplete.
I was a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Clifford working from the gun.
And he is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see
This celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Bronco 80.
Now it's Clifford. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ready, set.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get it. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80.
To throw is Milton. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Clifford will throw it here. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready,
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
ready. 70 Timberwolf.
And Bigsby once more. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tank Bigsby with his his second touchdown here this first half. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now 2nd and 5. A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
In motion comes the tight end left. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Come on. 6, Viking, 18. Buffalo, 18.
Here's Milton. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Clifford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Clifford to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here we go. Hey, smash Bronco. Bronco 80. Ready,
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Got it. Shot alert. Cougar 19. Go.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Ready. 68. Go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
65.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Etienne. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? Liking 18. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Come on, set.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Second bad, but somebody got to do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody got to do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Clifford out of the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80, go!
Looking to throw. Clifford. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Milton. To the left side, he's got McMillan. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This now a 3rd and 4.
70 Lions. 79 Broncos.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority.
31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
19 Charger. 19. Ready?
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And they'll get this one up. To about the 39 here. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Start.
Another run by Bigsby. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 28. It's a gain of 34. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marshawn Lloyd taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front. Pinheiro now to have the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. time set to go as they will kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Set it. Liking and speed.
Operating from the gun. Milton trying to lay one up deep. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Milton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's Clifford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Here's Bigsby. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready! Cougar nice.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
70 Timberwolf. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milton. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Shifts past him at the 45. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Ready? Pat the 60. Pat, go.
They run for it with Bigsby. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Ready, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
On the carry, Bigsby. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Clifford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Pinero's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
And there is one game.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. They juked him. And he will not get all the way home, but he will they'll take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Bigsby is in. Touchdown, Packers. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Packers 42, Panthers 28.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. And that big fourth-quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones, and really
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Nick Scorton. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Come on. 18 Cardinal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
60 Bison.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Milton. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Pinero's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Panthers 35.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it on. The way up to the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second down, 8 yards to go.
19. With Lion.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down.
19, go!
Back to throw. Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
First down.
65.
Looking to throw. Milton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Japanese denim flying straight from Palm. Rolling out to Durban, Bible pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami.
Ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Back to throw again. This is caught by McMillan. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Hey, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Black 40. Ready.
And they take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle